welcome back to Ellie Goes Fun. First of all, I'd like to wish you all a Merry Christmas, and I hope you all had an amazing time, no matter how you spent it. I hope that you had an amazing Christmas and have an amazing New Year in a couple of days' time. So I thought I'd just come on and do a more casual sit-down video to do with one of my New Year's resolutions. So this year I'm setting myself personal and financial New Year's resolutions. So one of my personal ones are to read more. So I love reading, I have a passion for reading, I have a passion for collecting books, so I need to clear off my bookshelves and make more of an effort into reading more. Over the last year, I don't know why, there's no particular reason, but I haven't really been reading as much as I'd like to. It's great for my mind, it gets me off social media, so that's something that I definitely want to get back into in 2022. So I ideally would like, my aim anyway, is to read 2 books a month, so 1 book a fortnight, so I have 24 books on my to be read list for 2022. So I'm just going to go through those with you, maybe give you some ideas for books that you want to read, or maybe you'll be reading the same book and we can compare together. So the first few are parts of trilogies. So the first couple, so I have After You by Jojo Moyes and Still Me by Jojo Moyes. So these, if you didn't know, are parts of the Me Before You trilogy. So it's Me Before You, which obviously I've read and seen the film, who hasn't, and then After You, which I've been meaning to read for literal years, and then Still Me is the third and final book, I believe. So both of those I do aim to read. The next trilogy is by Primula Bond. So I get a lot of books second hand. I don't like paying full price for them, and I think that reading them from somebody that's already read them is just a way to recycle. So it's the Unbreakable trilogy by Primula Bond, the first book being The Silver Chain. And then I believe the second book is The Golden Locket, and then the third book is The Diamond Ring. This year I did read a book series by Sylvia Day, and I think that these are supposed to be similar to those books, so I'm sure I'll enjoy reading those. So that is it for the trilogy. So others are just kind of random bits. The first one being Calm by Fern Cotton. So again, this has been on my bookshelf for ages, and it's been something that I've been meaning to read. I believe it has bits inside as well that you can fill in yourself. So what does a calm body look like to you? Coming into the new year, again, something that I want to focus on is being less stressed and being more mindful, and just healthier in general. So I think I'm going to start with this book because I've heard good things about it, and I'm really looking forward to reading it and seeing what sort of a difference it makes. The second book that I want to read is Girlhood by Kat Clark. So on the front it just says Sugar and Spice and Scars for Life. Again, this has just been one that's been sat on my bookshelf for ages. The blurb says, I lost myself when my sister died, and these girls rebuilt me piece by piece. I thought that nothing could ever come between us. I thought I knew who I was until a new girl showed up. So sounds good, and I think what attracted it to me initially was the cover. Another book is Lost Stars by Lisa Sealing Davis. Again, really great front cover and has been on my bookshelf for ages. So the blurb, I'll read you the blurb. Carrie is lost. She's angry at almost everything and everyone. Most of all though, she's angry at her big sister Ginny for dying. Pretty much the only thing that keeps Carrie sane is her music. Even her beloved Comet, the faithful friend she has been following for years, can't help her now. that her dad has taken away her telescope. Then she meets Dean, gorgeous Dean. He's sitting out on his front step playing guitar early one summer morning, and everything changes forever. So I think I really enjoy this. It sounds like a romance book, which is one of my favourites, so I think I'll enjoy that. Another one is Mad Girl, A Happy Life with a Mixed Up Mind. This is by Bryony Gordon, who I believe has OCD herself. So it's just all about sort of her journey and hopefully helping others. So I'm looking forward to reading that one. Another book is Two's Company but Three's a Calamity by Jill Mansell. I love Jill Mansell's books. They're just feel-good books, really easy to read, and yeah, they just make you feel good, and they're just a bit of a comfort. So I'm looking forward to reading that one. Another one that I want to read was given to me by Paul's stepmom, called Don't You Want Me by India Knight. No idea what it's about, but there is an Ali G lookalike on the back. I think it's just mainly about sex, to be honest, and just a fun feel-good book. Another one I actually picked up from Aldi a good few months ago, mid-2021, and it's According to Yes by Dawn French. I'm expecting this to be funny and again, one that just makes you feel good. That's what I like about reading. I don't like to read anything too heavy or about, you know, too dark, or I just like things that make you feel good and are funny and light-hearted, and I think that's what this book will be. The next book is by Sarah Knight, The Life-Changing Magic of Not Giving a Damn. How to stop spending time you don't have doing things you don't want to do with people you don't like, which I feel like is energy we all need going into 2022. Again, I've heard great things about this, and I just got this from, I think it was just a charity box that you just put a donation into. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this because I've heard great things about it. Another book is An Astronaut's Guide to Life on Earth, Life Lessons from Space. So, as I said, I do like to keep my reading quite light-hearted and fun, but I do also like to mix in some of the non-fiction as well as the fiction, just because it's good to learn, it's good for the mind. So I think this is a book, as it says on the front, all about an astronaut's perspective to the smaller things in life that really don't matter, that we stress about, but obviously he's had literally out of this world experiences, so knows how silly the little things that we all stress about are, and that we really don't need to. So I'm looking forward to reading that one. Another non-fiction is Life Ascending by Nick Lane, The 10 Great Inventions of Evolution. Again, I like the front cover, I think it's quite interesting, and it's just going to be an interesting one to read. How did life invent itself? Where does DNA come from? Why did we die? Over the last decades, groundbreaking new research has provided vivid insights into the makeup of life. Again, probably a really interesting book, an eye-opener, and we'll probably have some great information and life lessons in there. Another one, this is just a classic. This is Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. Just an absolute classic. I remember reading this in school and loving it, and I saw it, again, it is second hand, but that does not matter. I saw it probably in a charity shop for 50p, and just thought, got to read it, so I've pulled this one off of the shelf. Another one is The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary. I'm not exactly sure where I got this one from, but again, I can remember seeing it all over social media, and people that have read it saying that they do really enjoy it. So yeah, it's got great reviews, so I'm looking forward to reading that one. Quite a thick book, one of the thicker ones that I have. Grown Ups by Marian Keyes. Again, I've heard great things about this one. I think this is going to be, again, another great light-hearted book, quite funny. Marian Keyes is a great author in herself. So meet Jessie, Cara and Nell, married to brothers Johnny, Ed and Liam Casey. 3 very different women tied to 3 very different men. Every family occasion is a party until the day secrets spin out. Playtime is over, but where are the grown-ups? So yeah, great one. That again, I'm looking forward to reading. Another one from Paul's stepmum is Lucy in the Sky by Paige Toon. Again, I don't really have much to say, same as all of the others. Light-hearted, feel-good book. Is the grass really greener on the other side of the world? It's been 9 years since Lucy left Australia, 9 years since she's seen her best friend Molly and Sam, the one-time love of her life. Now her 2 friends are getting married to each other and Lucy's on her way to Sydney for their wedding. And I think something goes wrong. Obviously, there's always a plot twist in a book, but the thing that I like about these books is you know that it's always going to end well. Another classic is Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. I have seen the film but never read the book, so I'm looking forward to reading the book because most of the time I find that books are better than the films anyway. Another couple of non-fiction books. So The Tattoo of Auschwitz, again, seen this all over social media, it's been in every supermarket. This is the front cover. So yeah, great things I heard about this and I'm looking forward to reading it. This is going to be one of the heavier ones, so I think I might have to read this alongside more of a feel-good book just to counteract it, but yeah, I am looking forward to reading it and hearing the story. And then another one is A Raid Over Berlin. This is one of the smaller ones, so it won't take me long to read. This is a miraculous true life Second World War survival story. Trapped inside a burning Lancaster bomber, 20,000 feet of Berlin, rookie airman John Martin consigned himself to his fate and turned his thoughts to his fiancée back home, receiving news of his death. I could see that still no one had been able to get out from the cockpit. It must have been at this moment that I thought I was going to die because I became remarkably calm. So yeah, it's a true story, a real life account of a pilot, I believe, that something went horribly wrong with the aircraft that he was flying, and he managed to survive. But it was a #1 bestseller when it came out. I'm not sure exactly when that was. But yeah, again, I'm looking forward to reading it. Maybe a bit of a heavier one, and it's only small, so again, it may be one that I read alongside a more light-hearted book. And the last couple, Carol Matthews, Happiness for Beginners. This is another one that Paul's stepmum passed on. We have quite a similar reading taste, so whenever we finish, we tend to swap books with each other. Everyone finds a second chance at Hope Farm. So yeah, looks like a lovely book. And then the last one is 1,000 Stars in You by Isabel Broom. One spark will light up both their lives. Alice is settling down. It might not be the adventurous life she once imagined, but more than anything, she wants to make everyone happy. Her steady boyfriend, her overprotective mother, even if it means a little part of her will always feel stifled. I'm not sure if this is part of a trilogy. There are other books on the back, but I'm not sure whether that's just the author's other books or other books that belong in the same series. But another one sounds like a love story, a feel-good, and just one where you can dive in and transfer into another world, which is what I love to do. So those are the 24 books that I do hope to read and are on my to-be-read list for 2022. Let me know if you're doing the same thing. Let me know down below your New Year resolutions, your goals for 2022. I think it's really important just to, even if it's just a few tiny things, just to write down and aim towards. Just makes you feel like you have a purpose and makes you feel really motivated going into the new year. So yeah, leave any reviews of any of the books that you've already read that I'm going to read down below in the comments. Share with me your books that you're going to be reading also, and yeah, let's just have a chat and a catch up, and I'll see you probably in the new year with a new video. Bye!